Boom, and we're live. What's happening, people? Good morning, America. Welcome, everyone, to our live stream. We are proud to announce our new daily broadcast, streamed live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch TV, proudly sponsored by our partners at Forexy and Markets.com. Join us every day on your favorite media channel. Learn how investments work, win a prize every day, and find out what most Forex brokers don't want you to know. Starting this week, guys, we launched a new talk show called Show Me the Money, where each and every one of you could get great prizes just by attending our live streams and answering a few simple questions about online trading and investments. What could be easier than this? Join us every day from 10 o'clock GMT plus 2 on your favorite media channel. Get the latest news at markets opening. Learn what most Forex brokers don't want you to know and get rewarded for it. Big giveaways, guys, every Tuesday and Wednesday morning for the ones of you that want to learn how investments work and answer correctly to 5 simple questions about Forex and online trading. Have I got your attention yet? Good. Good morning, everyone. You can find the links in the description down below, guys. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and support us in delivering more great content. I know some of you are wondering what's with the boxes on my desk. It's not Christmas yet. I know it's not Christmas yet. These are the prizes you can win every day, guys, by watching us live. As I mentioned a minute ago, big giveaways. Answer correctly to the 5 questions. Choose a box. Get your prize shipped to you by post. As easy as that. Now, someone was asking me earlier on today, guys, and by the way, if you want to get in touch, you can type your comments wherever you're watching us live or drop me an email at thechartwhisperer@gmail.com. As easy as that. And I'll get back to you as soon as possible. So, someone was asking me today, where are the guests, Andrew? What's going on? Because last week, you had 5 guests. What's happening this week? Well, here they are, guys. The guests are still here. We're going to start the week strong. We're starting the week strong on Wednesday, because Monday and Tuesday was the result after the U.S. elections. So for us, the week starts on Wednesday. So tomorrow, Wednesday, we're going to have John Goddard at the U.S. Markets Open at 4:30 GMT plus 2. Yeah, so that's Europe time or South African time. Then on Thursday, we're going to have Neil Wilson, Chief Market Analyst at Markets.com, bringing us great news. It's going to be the first time when I speak to both Neil Wilson and John Goddard after the U.S. elections. And we're ending the week strong. On Friday, guys, I have another guest, George Agathangelu, founder and board member at Cyprus Blockchain Association. Friday is the Bitcoin day. Friday is the blockchain day. Friday is the complicated day. And if you behave, guys, I might have a surprise guest for you. Remember my surprise guest for last week? He let me know today he tested negative for COVID. He's feeling a bit better. Hopefully this week he will recover completely. And who knows, maybe we're going to have him this week, if not early next week. So this is the agenda for this week, guys. Tomorrow, John Goddard, Executive Director at Forexy. Thursday, Neil Wilson, Chief Market Analyst at Markets.com. And we end the week strong with another crypto and blockchain talk with George Agathangelu, founder and board member at Cyprus Blockchain Association. Now, let's have a quick look at some interesting articles, guys. We had some really interesting articles, and then why not? We can ring the bell together again for the U.S. Markets opening. Markets steady themselves after ferocious risk repricing. McConnell backs Trump legal challenges. The EU revives tech tax threat, and oil extends its rally ahead of API inventories today. Here's what you need to know in the markets Tuesday, November 10th. Number 1 on the board, guys, global markets steady, bonds weaken again. Global markets steadied a little after a ferocious repricing of risk on Monday. Remember, guys, when gold gave back $50, guys. Yeah, gold gained $50 in a day and gave it back in the same day. Now, to Pfizer's announcement that its experimental vaccine for treating COVID-19 was over 90% effective. While that is well above the level required to bring the pandemic under control, the announcement still hasn't confirmed whether the drug is safe and how long it will protect people for. 2 crucial missing pieces of the puzzle. Chinese markets fell as well, unsettled by continued evidence of falling producer prices, but other Asian and European markets were broadly higher, with continued outperformance by cyclicals and financials. The Euro Stoxx 50 hit an 8-month high, Safe haven assets such as the 10-year German and US Treasury bonds continue to test their highest levels in over a month and 8 months, respectively. Let's move on to number 2 on the board, guys. Stimulus. Where is the stimulus? There we go. Stimulus hope fades as McConnell backs Trump's legal challenges. We might have a new US president, guys, but the old one is still there. And by the looks of it, he's still going to be there until January 20th, if I'm not mistaken. Right, bear with me for a second. Let me bring Bloomberg back on the screen. Right, there we go. I don't want to miss the US opening. I don't know about you, but I like my smiley bell. I love ringing the smiley bell every day at the US opening, so bear with me. Now, stimulus hope fades as McConnell backs Trump's legal challenges. Senate leader Mitch McConnell threw his weight behind the efforts of President Donald Trump's lawyers to challenge the election result. Analysts interpreted the move as likely to harm the chances of agreeing a fiscal stimulus package in the dying days of the current Congress. The U.S. registered over 100,000 new cases of COVID-19 for the 4th straight day on Monday, with surges in California, Texas, and New Mexico. California Governor Gavin Newsom said the reopening process would have to be scaled back in some counties. I read countries. I don't know why. Nationwide hospital admissions at over 59,000 are set to break a new record for the year. Right, good news and bad news. Very mixed news coming from the States today. Let's have a quick look at number 3 on the board, guys. We are 2 minutes away from the U.S. Open. We will ring the bell no matter what. Stocks set to open mixed today with rotation into value continuing. U.S. stock markets are set to open mixed as the post-FISA rally is reassessed, but cyclicals are still clearly outperforming the growth and momentum name that have notched the biggest gains during the pandemic. At 6:30 a.m. Eastern Time, Dow Jones futures were up 192 points. S&P 500 futures were down 0.3 and the NASDAQ futures were down 1.9%. Therefore, the mixed opening today. Stocks likely to be in focus when the markets open, including Beyond Meat, one of my favorite IPOs ever. Beyond Meat, which fell over 20% in after-hours trading on Monday after posting a surprise loss. Yeah, well, it happens, guys. And this year, no one should be surprised with a bit of a loss. Among the biggest gainers are financials whose lending margins are likely to be dramatically improved by the sharp rise in bond yields over the last week. Okay, we're looking at Rockwell, D.R. Horton, and Advanced Auto Parts all report earnings before the bell. The earnings season is almost done, guys. It's almost over. We had a few big names reporting, but it's almost over. Yeah, I think in a few days it's gonna be done. Number 4 on the board, Europe revives tax threat to tech giants. Very daring action of Europe, to put it that way. I don't know if Europe would have done the same thing under Donald Trump's presidency, but anyway, it is what it is. We're gonna get back to the article in exactly 15 seconds, guys. After we ring the bell for the U.S. markets open. We are 10 seconds away from the U.S. markets open. The U.S. markets open is very important for everyone as the biggest trading activity usually happens during the European and the U.S. trading session. So in 1 second, welcome to the U.S. market opening, everyone. Welcome to the U.S. trading session. There we go. Now, we can leave Bloomberg alone. We're going to get back to them at some point. So what is happening in Europe, guys? The European Union continued to set out its stall for the new U.S. administration by reviving its threat to impose new sales taxes on digital companies if there is no international agreement on how to tax them. You know what's funny? If they would have released an article like this during Trump's presidency, I don't know why, but I think in 24 hours, Europe would have been slapped with tariffs. And anyone else supporting or liking the articles. So, I don't know. Let's see what's going to happen. The Trump administration had walked away from a multi-year process on work for new framework agreement under the auspices of Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development earlier this year. Wow, complicated wording, very complicated wording. The announcement comes a day after the EU imposed tariffs on Boeing and other U.S. producers in line with a WTO ruling that the aircraft maker received illegal support from the U.S. government. My God, this is lasting for the last 2 years, guys. I know about this for the last 2 years. But anyway, Elsewhere in Europe today, German economic sentiment, as measured by the ZW index, fell for a second straight month as Germany posted a new record of COVID-19 cases in intensive care. Although they are doing a great job, still, the virus is here and apparently it's going to be with us for quite some time now. UK job losses also hit a new monthly record and the jobless rate hit a 4-year high as the government's wage support scheme petered out. Right, we saw that it came out. It's not that bad, to be honest. It came out 4.8%, which is what economists were expecting. Yeah, it's still below 5%. It's still way, way better than many other countries, many other European countries. Right, and last but not the least, oil gains. Oil extends gains. API inventory is eyed. Crude oil prices added to Monday's gains on hopes that the COVID-19 vaccine will allow the reopening of the world economy to proceed earlier than thought. Wrong, but anyway. By 6:35 a.m. Eastern Time, U.S. crude futures were up 1.2%, trading at around $40.73 a barrel, while the international benchmark Brent oil futures was up 1.4%, trading at around $42.95 a barrel. We're going to have a look at the charts in a minute, guys, and we're going to see what is going on. The American Petroleum Institute will release its weekly estimate of U.S. inventories today at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time, which is half an hour before midnight, guys, for the ones of us in Europe and in South Africa. At 11:30, half an hour before midnight, before the vampires come out, you're going to have the API report. There was little impact from the news that Azerbaijan and Armenia have agreed to cease fire in their conflict over the enclave of those two cities, which removes any threat of disruption to flows through the Baku-Tbilisi-Ceyhan pipeline. Right. This is what's happening with the news, guys. Let's have a quick look at the charts and see what is happening, what has happened today during the European trading session, and what is happening now, 4 minutes after the US Open. Right, we are looking at crude oil futures. I'm surprised the charts are working this afternoon. Investing.com had some bugs this morning and yesterday as well, but apparently they fixed it. Well done, guys. So crude oil futures currently trading at $40.86. We see them pushing a bit higher after the US opening. There you go. We're looking at the last candlestick, the last green candlestick that you see. Yeah, well supported by the 50 and the 200 moving average, which usually indicates a lot of buying power. Yeah, we see oil. If we look at it on the long run, yeah, if we zoom out and we look at the charts properly, like we should look at the charts, yeah, we see a recovery of 100% from that point. And if that level will be broken, very likely we're going to see oil trading at 41.57, somewhere in that region. If the markets keep pushing as they did today, yeah, that's where most traders very likely will set their take profits for the long positions on crude oil. 41.57 is the previous high. Okay, you can play it by ear, guys. You can trade it short term. You can go for a possible correction that might start here. We see the RSI and stochastic turning around on a 15-minute chart. So crude oil futures might come down and test the 50 moving average, which is at 40.41. Yeah, exactly 40 points lower than the current market price. And from there on, they might push even higher. Or they might just decide to go higher. This is the trouble, guys. We don't know exactly when to position ourselves on the market to avoid a bit of a drawdown. Now, moving on. Euro USD. Euro currently trading at 118.15 on a 1-hour chart. RSI, stochastic, pointing upwards. We see the euro contained by the 50 and the 200 moving average. Something has to give at some point, people say. So let's see what's going to happen with the euro, guys. Is it going to push and settle above the 50 moving average, giving us a bit more hopes for the 119 level for long positions, or it's going to come back down, testing the 200 moving average? And if that's the case, then probably you're going to be looking at 117.50 or somewhere in that region for possible take profit targets for short positions. I see more people joining us. Good afternoon, people. Type your questions, type your comments, interact with me if you have any. If not, watch and learn. So, the cable, guys, GBP USD currently trading at 132.49. Decent rally for the pound today. Nothing spectacular, only a couple of green candlesticks, and then the markets went sideways more or less. Okay, as things stand right now, we're looking at RSI stochastic still trading high, trading in the overbought levels, undecided. Right, very similar situation to the one we saw a minute ago on the Euro USD charts. When this candlestick, basically the latest candlestick, doesn't really know exactly where to go. Is it either going to come down and test the 50 moving average at 132.18, or it wants to push higher towards, bear with me for a second, let me zoom out. Wow, okay, plenty of room to go. Yeah, towards, I'd say 133. Yeah, 133.52, somewhere there in that region. We might see the pound rolling. Let's see what's going to happen. Let's move on. USD JPY, which had a fantastic, amazing, surprising rally yesterday. We have a breaking news coming in. Wall Street opens mixed as rotation out of tech continues. Dow Jones up 155 points. Right, again, nothing spectacular, but interesting. USD JPY currently trading at 105.34. Great potential for the upside. We see a gold cross being formed there the other day. We know moving averages tend to be lagging indicators. However, they tend to give us very good direction most of the times. Right, RSI stochastic still trading high, still undecided. Let's have a quick look on a 4-hour chart and see how USD JPY is doing. Right, on a 4-hour chart, guys, we can see it settling above the 200 moving average, which usually indicates tremendous buying power on the market. Yeah, great potential for an uptrend for USD JPY. If the USD decides to push higher, probably traders will aim the 105.77 level as the first take profit. Yeah, and then the 106 flat or the 106.0507 somewhere there for long positions. For short positions, history showed us that markets tend to go back where they came from. So keep an eye out on the 104.51 level for short positions. Yeah, that's where the 50 moving average is. Right, let's move on. Let's have a quick look at the Aussie dollar, which is currently turning around, crossing the 50 moving average and targeting the 200 moving average. The Aussie dollar is currently trading at 0.7262, and by the looks of it, we might see it trading lower at 0.7197, yeah, or 0.72 flat. That's where the 200 moving average is. RSI stochastic, both turned around, pointing downwards. USD Canadian, again, the USD is dropping versus the Canadian dollar. We see it very shy, playing with the 50 moving average. It's currently testing the 50 MA. We see the RSI and the stochastic. Again, a bit of divergence between indicators. Yeah, one is definitely pointing downwards, which is the RSI, and the stochastic is pointing upwards still. Let's see what's going to happen. 4-hour charts, they're both pointing upwards. One possible scenario for this structure would be the US dollar to push higher, test the 50 moving average at 131.08. Okay, that's where most traders will set their take profits, somewhere around the 131 flat. Okay, if they decide to go long. The downside, again, 129.62, somewhere in that region for the downside. But as things stand right now, I don't know. I don't want to give any investment advice. Let's see how the markets will perform. Right, negative opening for the S&P 500, guys. Negative opening. It moved lower yesterday. It closed lower. It filled in the gap. And today it's heading towards the 50 moving average from what we see. Currently trading at 3,526.50. The 50 moving average is at 347.477. So that's a potential take profit for traders that decide to go short on the S&P 500. RSI stochastic pointing downwards. Dow Jones, again, similar performance. Not a lot of power for the Dow Jones, but again, by the looks of things, we might see it coming down to test the 50 moving average around the 28,46071. That's the price. It's currently trading at 29,187.22. It has a bit of reading space, but usually, yeah, gaps like this tend to be filled. So keep an eye on 28,503, 28,500, somewhere there in that region. We might see the Dow pushing lower today. Right, now, the dollar index, guys. Quick look at the dollar index. Again, trading on a 1-hour chart, the dollar index is trading below the 200 moving average, but on top of the 50. Okay, currently trading at 92.808. There is potential for the dollar to trade higher towards the 93.066 and test the 200 moving average, but there's also potential for the dollar to trade lower, yeah, towards the 92.3, 92.350, somewhere there in that region from what we see on the charts. Gold is still trading low, guys, below the psychological level at $1,900 an ounce. It's currently trading at 1879.50. It's trying to get towards the 50 moving average at 1898.84 from what I see here. Let's see what's going to happen. The US dollar has a lot to say today. Brent oil futures trading higher at 43.06. And by the looks of things, they're going to push higher from what we see now. It's still early to tell, but looking at the last candlestick, guys, we can see a green candlestick. RSI stochastic still not in the overbought just yet. There's still a bit of potential. And the absolute champion, guys, the cryptocurrency that made me fall in love with cryptocurrencies, the Bitcoin, is taking a break after a very good rally in the last few days. It's finally taking a break. Currently trading at $15,244 on the dot. It's apparently heading towards the 200 moving average lower, which is at $14,837. Yeah, it crossed the 50 moving average as we see here. Yeah, and it's slowly but surely, by the looks of it, heading to test the 200 moving average around the 14,800 mark. RSI, stochastic. RSI pointing downwards. Stochastic still pointing downwards. It didn't manage to turn around yet. So very likely we're going to see Bitcoin trading testing the 200 moving average at some point. Okay, but by all means, do not see this as investment advice, guys. Do your own analysis, do your own research. Ethereum US dollar, again, currently trading at $444.70. Again, just like Bitcoin, it's probably targeting the 200 moving average towards the downside at $429.27. This is what's going on so far. So, guys, take advantage of these boxes, guys. Watch us live every day. Win a prize every day. And learn what most Forex brokers don't want you to know. Right, I see a few comments. Let me have a look at the comments, guys. Right, okay. Nah. Someone is trying to sell me someone is trying to sell me something. So these are the comments. Come on, guys, you can do better than that. Leave me some nice comments. Let's have a chat. I'm trying to help here. Right, this is what's going on now. Quick look. Mitch McConnell, the Republican Senate Majority Leader, on Monday defended Donald Trump's right to challenge the U.S. elections result as Republicans continue to push back against the declaration of Democrat Joe Biden's victory. Let's not forget, Donald Trump is still here. Let's see what will he do next. Will he leave the White House? Will he win the U.S. presidency? God knows what's going to happen. It's Donald Trump we're talking about. God knows what's going to happen, guys. Right, tomorrow morning, very important. Another big giveaway for on behalf of our friends at Forexy. Again, one of these boxes will have two of these boxes will have two live trading accounts, guys. Free live trading accounts. All you have to do, tune in at 10 o'clock GMT plus 2. Watch the show. Answer correctly to the questions when I'm releasing the link. Choose the box, and two of these boxes will hide live trading accounts. This is it from my side today, guys. Thank you very much for being with us today. Join me tomorrow morning at the European markets opening. Until then, remember to trade responsibly and may all your trades be in the money. Have a nice day, guys.